Yeah, I mean, to be fair, she's not wrong. Yeah, that is objectively wrong with the millions of followers and all of that. That is true. I am not caught up on the breakdancing dad stuff. You know what? I will get caught up, though. That does seem interesting. Let's see what it's about. I know it has to do with, like, Bitcoin or something. Where did it all start? Thanks to the membership, Ali. In Memento. TikToker says dad abandoning family for breakdancing dreams is her childhood trauma. Dad claps and breakdances back. Okay, does this have everything I need?
That's funny. It has to actually be funny. I'll go first. My dad abandoned my family when I was 5 years old. That is a wife and 4 kids. He abandoned us and then pursued amateur breakdancing.
But why though? The beauty of breakdancing is you can do it from home. Where did he go? How do you even abandon a family to train breakdancing? It's not like Bruce Wayne going to train with Ra's al Ghul. Like, you can just do it from home. I know he has a reply video. I'm sure I'll have my question answered. But that is already so fascinating to me. It seems like maybe he was looking for an excuse to leave, and he's like, listen, honey. Look, the breakdancing beckons to me. I have to leave. It's my purpose. Maybe to join a breakdancing group. Yeah, but again, that's another thing you can still do from home. You go practice with the group, you know, fucking 9 to 5 basically if you want. You could treat it like a job and then come home to your fucking family. Like, I don't think you need to, like, fully get rid of all your corporeal belongings and go pursue breakdancing for the rest of your life.
And he got really good.
Oh, well, and it was worth it.
Like, he became like a D-list celebrity status, like viral breakdancer. He became like the oldest actively competing.
God, I hate how the TikTok videos don't load very well here. Thanks to the membership cam, or the 4 gift subs cam.
Then he got a Good Morning America.
Okay, hold on. Let me just watch it on the actual TikTok page.
What's
then.
What's a piece of trauma that you have? That's funny. It has to actually be funny. I'll go first. My dad, he abandoned us. He became like a Good Morning America and talk shows, and Washington Post wrote about him, and he went super viral, and he did all these interviews, and he danced with Paula Abdul.
Paula Abdul.
Take a look at this 60-year-old break.
Whoa!
60 years.
Yeah! Wait, it was worth. He's fucking serving. Stand back!
Dancing competition in Philadelphia, and he may not have won, but I tell you what, he is winning over a lot of people on the internet. Yes. He really is. Yep, he's winning over a lot of people on the internet.
He's not exactly known for his blistering speed, but the technique is great. Damn, he is actually fucking cooking them out here, though.
The worst part, damn it.
He's like, hold my cane.
He should not be able to move his body like that. It's like impossible. It's beautiful. Hey, Dad. Like, there was no
Tier 1 wolf.
custody or anything. Like, he just like left 4 kids to do that. He may not have paid for some of my medical bills growing up, but he did give me this breakdancing. Him, he's on his head.
Wait, that shirt is actually fire.
You know, I'll get texts like this: "Happy birthday?" ? And then like links to his breakdancing video.
No, not Facebook, brother. You gotta expand. Hey, happy birthday! Do you mind if you and your friends like this post of me doing head spins? I need this one to pop off. Thanks.
To his breakdancing videos. If you have funny trauma, like actual funny haha trauma, I need to hear it. Thank you.
She seems like a really good sport about that. I would be pissed. I would be inconsolable if my father left me to fucking breakdance. I'd be mad. Pays his alimony with merch, super based. True. He's a Hitmon top. Also true. Yeah, my dad just left with another woman. Cringe! Alright, so this is his response then? I wake up at 6 a.m. to find that my daughter has posted a TikTok video trashing me. She's a big social media influencer with millions of followers. Here it is.
6 a.m. to do some
Oh
work.
my god, this is 10 minutes.
I get my coffee, I sit down, I open my computer, and what am I greeted with? Well,
Really cool shirt though, just Bitcoin all over it. I see.
hundreds of comments calling me a deadbeat dad, a child abandoner, and all manner of other insults.
Thanks, resub
So
foul.
I think, what's this all
Membership
about?
Supra.
Well, after a few minutes of investigation, I discover that my daughter, Maddie, has made a video about me. She's a screenwriter in Hollywood. She's also a big social media influencer with millions of followers. Some of her videos get millions of views. And this video has tens of millions of views.
Yeah, it was
1 million
popping.
likes, 20,000 comments, 40,000 bookmarks, 30,000 reposts. It's just insane. So I thought I'd better watch this video. And frankly, I was pretty chagrined by what I heard, to say the least. But honestly, the more
I love the way he presents this. It's like a substitute teacher trying to win over the class with like quirkiness. Like his intonation is really interesting.
watch this video, the more I like it. Well, I like about 98% of it. However, I do need to correct a few statements in the video. But first, let's just watch Maddie's 90-second video.
Well, I already
and then
did
I'll
that.
give you my comment.
There was no to his praise.
At least I think.
You need to hear it. Thank you.
Okay, in many ways I love this video. And of course, I love my daughter Maddie. And we get along great. At least I think we do. But a few corrections are in order, or at least a few things that need to be put in context. First, I can see that as a 5-year-old, Maddie would see her dad as having abandoned the family. One day I was living there, the next day I wasn't.
Ah,
And that will look like
Yeah.
abandonment to a child.
and most
But married
people.
couples do get divorced about half the time in
Oh.
America. And I was
see.
just living a mile or so down the street in LaGrange, Illinois. We just weren't living under the same roof. Now, about not paying medical bills, that's just not correct. Here was the financial arrangement of the divorce. Maddie's mom, my ex-wife, got $2 million at the get-go.
No!
At the gate, a lump sum payment. Plus, I was paying her $18,000 per month in child support and alimony.
Where is that coming? What? I didn't expect that. Wait a minute. This guy's fucking loaded. This guy's got clams. And moves. What does he do? Just go to the bank and just fucking headspin? Just kill, like, killer bean on him? Fucking serve him until they give him the money? Where does it come from?
This was later reduced to $12,000 per month. And of course, I paid health insurance and out-of-pocket medical costs. I also put $600,000 into the kids' college fund. In all, I paid out about
Yeah, I guess
$5
maybe
million
Bitcoin.
to my ex-wife to
Oh
cover
my
costs
God.
for her and the kids. And this is in 2005 dollars. So add 50.
So wait, no, we can't. So $2,005. So it can't come from crypto. Bitcoin didn't exist until like 2012 or something like that. I think it was 2012. What is he? Oh my god, does he say what he does? I have to know. I have to know. I'm too curious.
50% to account for inflation. In other
He owns
words,
a
I was
company?
not a deadbeat
Oh, okay,
dad at all.
okay.
And by the way, Maddie did not say that in her video.
Thanks,
a lot
membership
of the
star.
comments assume that and say that. Now, of course, there was no way for Maddie to know how much
He
I was
interacted
paying
with
because
Elon.
she was a kid.
Nice.
This wasn't something I talked about. Also, remember that I was living 1 mile down the road from the kids in LaGrange, Illinois. Sidewalks all the way. An easy walk or bike ride. I saw the kids all the time. No abandonment, just a divorce. Was I at fault in the divorce? Yeah, I would say I was about 70% at fault. I own
Aw.
that. Maddie's mom and I were really not compatible in many ways.
That was pretty
We were
honest.
compatible in some ways, but not in other ways. Do I regret
She did
marrying
ballet,
Maddie's mom?
he did breakdancing.
No,
It would never work
absolutely
out.
not. If I had not married Maddie's mom, Maddie and her 3 siblings would not have been born. They would not have existed. The kids have turned out great. Maddie graduated from Northwestern University and is a screenwriter in Hollywood. Maddie's older sister Tori is a partner at a hedge fund on Wall Street, and she's getting rich. Maddie's younger sister Olivia just graduated from college and is teaching English to first graders in Thailand. Her older brother Peter is getting a master's degree in psychology. I get along great with all my kids.
This is pretty wholesome,
At
actually.
least I think I do. So the kids are doing just fine despite Dad's many shortcomings. One other slight correction, which I hesitate to even bring up because I love the way Maddie did this in her video. I did not abandon the family for breakdancing.
Oh,
I have a career.
is that not
I'm in
real?
the advertising business, built an ad agency. That's how I was able to afford to pay Maddie's mom $5 million.
Okay.
Maddie's mom
It's
and I
all making
separated in
sense.
2004 and divorced in 2005. I took up breakdancing entirely by accident in 2012 as a way to get in shape at the age of 54. I then just kept doing it. I'm now age 66. Now some of you might be wondering, can he still breakdance at age 66?
That is what I'm wondering.
Well, I don't know. Let's see. I'll give it a try. Okay, Maddie, let's see how the old man does.
What kind of Mojo Dojo Casa house is this? Fucking Bitcoin merch, Bitcoin flag, weird plants from like the Spore universe, and an American flag. Where does he live? It's like a Sims house. Hey, oh, hey, wait a minute though. Hold on to your britches, sports fans. There's a 100% chance of serving. He's like actually good too. Oh! Jesus Christ! His coccyx! It wasn't ready for that. He's pretty good though. Now, it's been some time since I learned the art of breakdancing. I'm gonna tell you right here though, this looks like a bit of a flubbed move. I don't think this is how you want to... Oops, where was it? I don't think this is where you want to land it. Because he just kind of like pelvis to the floor blasts it. Where was it? I think it's right here. I want to watch it back. Did I miss it? Where was it? What was the timestamp? Oh, I think it was after this, yeah. It was right here. Like, that just, I don't know, that just doesn't seem smooth. Like, I know every part of his body was squealing out in pain from this. Because usually you want to, like, kind of do what, like, roll into this, kind of like parkour, but on your tummy. Kind of like doing the worm, from what I understand. What I remember, rather. Especially at 66, those bones, they're not built the same way anymore. There's a lot of wear and tear on those joints as well. And he just, bang. Like dropping a pile of meat on the floor. Pretty good, though. Like, he's actually good, though. I am genuinely impressed. And yeah, I did listen to the new Glorb song. I really liked it. And appreciated the reference.
The main point is that it's never too late to start breakdancing. I started when I was age 54. I'm now age 66. So there's really no excuse for anyone not to be breakdancing.
Now it's just inspirational.
So the bottom line is this. At first, I really did not like Maddie's video at all.
Oh.
But I was biased by all the negative comments that I was greeted with at 6 a.m. in the morning in my social media feed. But the more I watch the video, the more I like it. And her video certainly is true from her perspective, even though a few details are off, no doubt because of what she heard from her mom. And I do think it's a great storyline that a 54-year-old dude left his family to pursue breakdancing, even if not quite true.
Yeah, what a great story.
A bigger truth, a truth that is really truer.
Who wouldn't want to pump their fist to that one?
This could be a very funny movie plot. So maybe Maddie will make this movie about her 66-year-old breakdancing dad. Also, as I scroll through the 12,000 comments on Maddie's video, I really like most of them. Some are hilarious. Here are a few I'll read at random. This one is from someone named Ro, and she says, "My mom abandoned me as a kid to join a Renaissance fair across the country." This is from Maria.
Well, that's...
"I didn't know my dad was bald until my mom knocked his toupee off in a fight when I was 10. My mom didn't know he was bald then until that moment."
These are fire
This is from
comments.
Diane.
Awesome.
In foster care mandated therapy, the therapist told me I had abandonment issues and then stopped showing up to the sessions. I never saw her again. This one's from Bravo. "My mom died the week of Mother's Day, and my father died on Father's Day weekend. It's honestly so typical of both of them." This is from Clover. "My dad tried to kidnap me and ran out of gas while following us." This one from Chriselle. "I had to be my mom's boss at Dairy Queen when I was 17 and had to..."
Does he just
fire
go
her
through
for
comments for the
smoking
next
while working the
45
drive-thru.
seconds?
Becca says, "When my grandma passed away, my grandpa moved into a senior's home, met another woman, and brought her as a date to the funeral." Here's someone who says, "A video of my dad was featured in an episode of World's Dumbest Criminals." I love you, Maddie. You are very creative and talented. Keep doing exactly what you're doing.
Man, this guy loves Bitcoin. He fucking loves it. Breakdancing and Bitcoin, the two big B's in the industry. Actual B-boy. But maybe that is how the move is supposed to go. Maybe at 66 it just goes a little differently, because there's no way that feels good. I think you're supposed to lower yourself into it from there, but he just keeps hitting his whole weight on it. But I mean, whatever. Everything else is great. It's called the hump drop. Is it? I'll take your word for it, I guess. He definitely knows more than I do. So you said Maddie responded to that video? Where's that? Now I want to see. Is this it? Okay, here.
I know my dad posted like a 10-minute video or whatever being
This is crazy that this is still going on. This breakdancing abandonment feud. Makes a tier 1 Blaine.
like, you know, my daughter's lying, we have a great relationship, I have a great relationship with all my kids. That's just objectively not true. Like, guys, we're all freaking out about this in my family group chat right now. We're being like, he's so unhinged and delusional. We don't know if he actually believes his own narrative or if he's lying on purpose, but he's just like a weird guy. Yeah, he said
God damn it. Why does
he
the
lived down the street from us.
why
That's
does the
not
embedding
true.
on
Or,
all
like,
this
if
just not work?
my dad posted like a 10-minute video or whatever being like, I don't know if he actually believes he lived down the street from us. That's not true. Or like if he did, it was only for a few months maybe, but actually for most of my childhood he lived in
He's
Florida
Prime Croston Sniper.
with his new wife. Like basically, like, I don't want to get into this. Like, again, like my video was basically like sanitizing the situation and like poking fun at the lightest parts of that childhood trauma, but obviously in real life it was a lot more like complicated and traumatic, and it was really hard. He left us, immediately married another woman. We didn't hear from him for years, and then he would visit every few months and we'd go out to dinner, but like he truly had no hand in raising us at all. We don't speak with any sort of regularity. He doesn't know when my birthday is. Like, as you guys saw in the video I posted, he got it wrong. He gave us some money growing up.
Yeah, but he gave you
Like,
some
I
cool
honestly
merch.
don't know the nitty-gritty of the financial situation. I really, really don't. But I do know that several times I've asked him for financial help with medical expenses, like especially like in college, and he wouldn't help me. So that's what I was referring to in my video when I was like, he wouldn't pay some of my medical bills. I'll probably delete this in the morning, but I'm, you know, 2 hard kombuchas in, and so I feel the need to kind of defend me and my family's like POV. Bottom line is, this guy was a completely absent father. He's like, I was just a bike ride away from those kids, and it's like, not once did any of us ever take a bike ride to his house. I don't think I've ever been in his house ever. So this whole thing is so bizarre. Like, I'm so surprised that he responded to my video, because
Well, it's not really a
I
house,
could've
it's a
actually
dance
made you seem, like,
studio.
way worse than I made you seem.
be fair.
Like, in my video, I just made you seem like such a whimsical, funny guy. Like, but in real life, it was actually a lot darker. So I'm so surprised that he responded to it. And it's obviously kind of hurtful and weird. But again, we don't really have a relationship. So at the end of the day, it doesn't have a huge effect on me. It's just kind of a bummer for my family. And we're all kind of looking at this and looking at his response. And,
And
we're just
looking
like,
at his
"It's crazy.
moves."
If this is actually his narrative, it's like delusional.
I don't know who to believe. The only true thing is that at 66 years old, that guy can boogie. I don't know about the inner workings of the actual family dynamic there. But boy, howdy, I tell you what, he can cut the rug. That's all I know about that. Did he respond again? Jesus, it just keeps going back and forth? He's like, hey, Maddie, I've got some new moves. Yeah, maybe I moved in with my new wife and I didn't see you guys a lot, but look at what I studied back then. It's called the Bitcoin Boogie. I hope he responds again if he hasn't. I'm really interested in this now. I am fucking captivated by it. It's on his Twitter. Okay. Is this one right? Oh, wait. Hold on. I forgot. I have to log in to see new tweets. Jesus Christ. Okay. Here it's this one. Yeah. Looks like this is it.
This video...
Oh my god, 30 minutes! Jiminy Christmas! Ah! Fuck!
Follow up to my Sunday video on my daughter's viral...
And another new Bitcoin shirt!
Her dad. And these videos are all over the internet now, with titles like Bitcoiner and breakdancing dad Ben Hart navigate storm from daughter's viral TikTok video. And you should see my first video on this topic before watching this video, just so you know what this storm is all about. But here's a quick recap. My daughter Maddie is a 24-year-old screenwriter in Hollywood. I love her so much, though we are on different sides politically for the most part. She's also a social media King Kong. Many of her TikTok videos get millions of views. Maddie's initial video about me got 7 million views last I looked, just on TikTok.
Okay, is there 2x speed on Twitter? Okay, we're gonna 2x this bad boy.
Abandoned my family when I was 5 years old. That is a wife and 4 kids. He abandoned us and then pursued amateur breakdancing.
Some more context is needed here. Needless to say, I will talk about this in a moment. All right, let's continue with the video.
And he got really good. He like blew up.
Okay, this is the recap.
The video or whatever being like, you know, my in real life was a
And that's that one we already saw.
We have with us here Maddie Hart. She is a YouTube specialist. How many videos, Maddie, do you have on YouTube now?
About 54.
And what is your goal?
Well, now I want to be a partner.
What does that mean?
It means you get paid to make videos. Yeah.
So, Maddie, I'd like some more YouTube insights and clarification. What is the difference between a...
So he's posting... Okay, so this footage is to show that he was more active in their life than she lets on, I guess. I don't know, now I skipped around too much, fuck. But I think that's what he's trying to show. Like, he filmed these videos with Maddie, and it looks like one of the other siblings. So he was at least present sometimes.
And a friend. So you have about 300 subscribers.
So he's got some home movies. Man, this whole thing is just... Was that a Bitcoin shirt even in the family photo, brother? There's no way I saw that correctly. Was he wearing a giant Bitcoin shirt even in that family photo? It's hidden from me now. It was. It's literally like a paintball shirt, but with Bitcoin on it. My god. His Bitcoin merch is like my white t-shirt. He's like always in it.
Let me be clear. Maddie is not lying in her videos. She is saying in these videos what she perceives to be true from her perspective. She's expressing her truth. And her perception is impacted radically by 19 years of brainwashing by my ex-wife. I don't want anyone attacking or bullying Maddie for her videos. Her videos express her perspective, and I believe they are honest from her perspective. So feel free to direct negative comments my way, but please don't bully Maddie. Now, I told Maddie I liked 98% of her video, but that there were some significant inaccuracies in there, like about me not paying medical bills. That's just not true. And the implication was that I was some kind of deadbeat dad. I paid her mom millions of dollars in alimony, child support, put hundreds of thousands of dollars into the kids' college funds, paid for their health insurance, of course, and out-of-pocket medical costs, as I should have. The result was that the kids kids were able to live in a wealthy suburb of Chicago, attend top colleges, and pursue very good careers. Anyways, I asked Maddie to take down her video and at least correct the damaging inaccuracies. It just wasn't true that I wasn't covering medical costs. I told her almost everyone I know had seen it, including clients.
He's
It
a
had the
chef.
potential to hurt my business, hurt me professionally. And I certainly don't think she meant any harm by her first video. But she declined to take down her video because she said her video had gone viral. So she didn't want to take it down. So I came back a day or so later and told her that I had posted a response video on X. I told her the video response was very mild and very positive. It just corrects a couple of inaccuracies. And at that point, my video on X only had a few hundred views. She watched my video and seemed to like it, thought it was funny. So then I suggested, since you aren't going to take down your video and correct it, I would at least like you to post my response video on your feed. I explained to her that people will love it, predicted that it would get millions of views on her channel, because her videos often get millions of views. I also suggested to her that after my response video, I could fly out to Los Angeles. We could then do a collaboration video, sit down together, and hash out these issues.
This dude's like a YouTuber leech. Like, hey, wait a minute. What if we like collab? Look, I'll teach you a headspin, right? We'll plug Bitcoin, right? Obviously. And it'll be like fire content. Like, what do you think? Thanks for the gifted member, Eddie.
People would love that, I said, but she declined. So I really had no choice but to put up my response video to set the record straight, even if it only gets 200 views, which is about what I expected. Well, then my response video really started to blow up.
Hey, Maddie, who are you rating these days? Yeah, can you get me on your auto host, Maddie? Like, I just posted the fucking incredible Bitcoin HODL explanation. Like, I think it'd go really hard. Your audience would vibe if you don't mind putting me on there.
1 million views in about 12 hours. Then 5 million views, 10 million views, 20 million views, 30 million views, and on up from there. Maddie's mom started to freak out, sent me long text messages telling me to take my video down. I'm like, but Maddie's video is still up and has 7 million views, and that's just on TikTok. Plus, Maddie has posted a much more negative second video, full of inaccuracies. Here are the basic facts. Maddie's mom and I got divorced in 2005. In America, about half of marriages end in divorce, and it's natural for young children to feel abandoned. One day, the father's living in the house, and the next day, he's not. That can feel like abandonment. Maddie's mom and I had some very ugly legal proceedings that Maddie is largely unaware of. I don't talk about it. But our divorce was probably worse than most. I lived in LaGrange, Illinois from 2007 to 2011, just down the street from the kids. Saw the kids all the time. Then in 2011, Wanda and I bought a house in Willowbrook, Illinois, which is about an 8-minute drive from the kids. Maddie's mom then got remarried in 2012. She moved to Wilmette, Illinois, which is about a 1-hour drive north from our house. The kids were older by this point. I continued to see all kids who wanted to see me. Would make a 1-hour drive to Wilmette, if any kid wanted to hang out with me. Now, teenage girls generally want to do their thing with their friends. I saw my son the most because he wanted to. I don't force the kids to hang out.
I'm shocked that the teenage girls wouldn't want to hang out with this guy. Fucking breakdancing pops. That's fire. What do you mean? I'm sure that's not the case. They probably were asking to hang out all the time, teach him some cool maneuvers. And he's like, no, I'm too busy. I got practice. I got the dance troupe. I can't drive out there. I know, it's pretty wild, Bidoof. He is really not bad at it.
Out with me. If they want to hang out, cool. If they don't want to hang out, fine. Generally, teenage girls don't like to hang out with their parents. They like to hang out with their friends. Maddie is correct that the girls did not come over to the house, even though we were very close by. They came 3 times. Once to our place in LaGrange, which is a bit more than a mile down the street from her house, and they came twice to our house in Willowbrook, which was an 8-minute drive. And that was it. The girls didn't want to validate my wife, Wanda. We've been married since 2006. So the girls did not want to come over to the house, even though we were just down the street. It was a solidarity thing with Mom. My son Peter would sometimes hang out at the house. He didn't seem to have any problem with Wanda, but usually we went to movies, restaurants, water parks, a beach on Lake Michigan, paintball, gunfight parks, that kind of thing. Teenage girls can be absolutely brutal, by the way, especially on divorced dads. If you're a divorced dad with young girls, get ready for a rough ride. My only advice to you, be patient. They will grow up. And you will get along with them when they reach adulthood. All you can really do is show them that you're there for them when they want to interact with you. You can't force interaction. Eventually they will interact with you. Boys are really so much easier to raise than girls. And I'm speaking generally here. Boys do tend to get into behavior trouble. But boys are much less complicated mentally. They tend to take things in stride and don't get wrapped up in drama. Anyways, no, we did not move to Florida. Wanda and I bought a second house in Florida in 2015. But we still maintained the Illinois house. And remember, the kids were older by this point. 2 were in college, 2 were in high school. The kids were doing their own thing by this point. We would typically stay in Florida in the winter, and then stay in Illinois when the weather was nice, in the spring, the summer, and the fall. We would shuttle back and forth between houses. Wanda and I still travel back and forth between Illinois and Florida, even though the kids have grown up and dispersed around the country and the world. Except for my son, who is still in Chicago.
I'm learning so much about this family.
University in 2021. Upon graduation, she went to Los Angeles in hopes of becoming a Hollywood screenwriter. She asked me for $5,000 to help get her set up in Los Angeles, which I agreed to against my better judgment. Basically, I have trouble saying no to Maddie. That's another tendency of divorced dads. We really can't say no to our daughters. In addition, her mom and I bought her a used car, a Ford Fiesta. I think her mom and I pitched in $2,500 each. Maddie might have put in some money also. I think the car was about $7,500. I also co-signed a lease for her on her apartment. Now, this is very different from how I was treated by my dad when I graduated from college. My dad gave me 0 after my last day in college. It was done. Now, I'm not complaining. I love my dad. I wasn't expecting anything. And I think that's how it was for most kids in those days. Once college was done, the kids were expected to stand on their own 2 feet, instantly. Like the day after graduation. At some point, you just have to throw the kid into the deep end of the pool and see if he or she can make it. That's how it worked in those days, but not these days, apparently. So against my better judgment, I gave Maddie $5,000 for adulthood startup money in LA, co-signed her apartment lease, and paid $2,500 toward her used Ford Fiesta. But also, she had broken up with her boyfriend around this time. She said she needed to go to grief counseling and therapy. She and her mom wanted me to pay for that too. That's where I drew the line. I consider medical care to be like when you're sick or have a broken leg or need stitches, got into a car accident, stuff like that.
not grief counseling over a breakup with a boyfriend. Also, counseling and psychology today are completely dominated by far-left female wokesters. Although it's not a profession, so no doubt her therapist would be telling her the problem was her dad. The last thing I wanted to pay for was more brainwashing against her dad and against men in general. So I gave her the medical bills, but I refused to recover. Now she did land a job in LA with NBC Peacock streaming, and that was going very well for her. She loved it. She was an assistant writer for a show. But then the writer's strike hit, which lasted about 6 months, and she temporarily lost her job and was laid off at NBC Peacock streaming. She, of course, approached me to see if I could help her out with funds. Otherwise, she said she'd be forced to move back to Chicago and live with
What a crazy arc that just went on there out of nowhere. Hey, you want to see me breakdance? Yes, I don't really believe in therapy. It's kind of like woke female things. I don't know. I don't believe in that. The only thing I believe in is Bitcoin and head spins. Damn it.
$150 per week while the writer's strike was still going on, and until she could land some other kind of work, even temporary work. And I told her this would be a month-to-month thing. I wasn't going to just pay her $250 per week indefinitely. She might have to get work at a car wash or Starbucks if this writer's strike doesn't end soon. Or, God forbid, get a job at a bank. So I paid her $250 per week, I think for 10 weeks, until she was able to land a job at Netflix, which apparently was not affected by the writer's strike for some reason. She was also using the writer's strike period to build her social media career as a kind of side hustle. And she's gotten her social media side hustle to a point where she brings in some money with that. I admire Maddie for this. One thing I will say about Maddie, she is a very hard worker. When she sets her mind to something, she will achieve it. When she was growing up, I'd always tell her, you know what I love about you, Maddie? What, Dad? You're a doer, I would say. She said, I love that, Dad. I'm a doer. And she would repeat this throughout childhood. I'm a doer. It became a thing. And she really is. Maddie is a doer. Here's a good story about Maddie, which I love and I hope she loves. And I think this story is the lives of many people who watch this video. So one day she says, Dad, I want to get in better physical shape, but there's a problem. What's that, I asked. Well, I hate to exercise. I said, the reason that you hate to exercise is you are thinking about all the pain that you're going to feel while exercising. Here's what I'd like you to do. Schedule a time each day when you commit to going to the gym. You put on your gym outfit.
What does this have to do with anything?
Then, if when you get there, you decide you don't want to actually go into the gym, that's fine. Just go home. You've accomplished your goal for the day. Victory. You went to the gym, made it to the parking lot, then went home. Mission achieved. Do this the next day at exactly the same time. Maybe this happens for several days. You make it to the parking lot of the gym, then go home. Victory. But one day you'll probably decide to go into the gym. And then go
Man, it's not a fucking victory. I don't know. You can set incremental small goals much more effective than that. That's a waste of time. Like, I get the message he's trying to get across with us, but you can still set like a smaller goal that isn't just go to the parking lot and leave. Thanks, Recent Path. I am confused though. What does this have to do with anything right now? Did I miss how this ties in at all to anything? We're just going on like the Yap tour now.
But then one day you might decide to get on the treadmill for 30 minutes, then go home. The next day you might decide to stay on the treadmill for 30 minutes. The next day maybe you try out some other equipment. Then maybe you find a dance fitness class that looks appealing. You'll meet people. Fitness becomes a lifestyle. It's just something you do each day, like brushing your teeth. The main thing is to commit to starting each day. Don't think about the work. Don't think about the pain. Just start each day and see what happens. If all that happens is that some days you make it to the parking lot and then go home, well, that's fine. Victory. You've achieved your goal. Mission accomplished. Maddie looks at me and says, I love that. 6 months later, Maddie had washboard abs and looked amazing. Okay, back to Maddie's Hollywood career. Eventually, the Hollywood writer's strike ended, and she got her job back on the show she was working on for NBC Peacock streaming. But she still constantly needed money from me. These Hollywood jobs pay almost nothing at the junior level. So yes, it is a financial struggle for her. But this idea that Maddie and I have not had a good relationship is just not true. Well, at least in my mind. Of course, it's possible she's thinking something differently than what she's showing. But let's just randomly scroll through our text conversations to see what they're like. For one thing, we're texting with each other all the time, just literally all the time. Back and forth with, little emojis and love, I love you. Hi, Dad, for Christmas, I want a specific fabric tapestry. I've been eyeing it forever, and I want it in my room so badly. It's $300. Is this something you'd be willing to get me for Christmas? Instead of the usual check? I answer, okay. When will you be arriving in Illinois? 12:22, she says, exclamation point. Okay, good, I say, exclamation point. I'll be there then, too. When do you get in? Looks like everyone wants to do dinner Friday night. I get in Friday. Put me down. Love. Another love here, these love type things right here, like that. And that's pretty much just kind of how we communicate all the time. It's just, I love you and all this stuff. And she just tells me about what's going on in her life pretty much every day. My plane made it. Sorry I missed you. How was your Christmas? Thanks. That's what our conversation's like, and literally they're just all the time, like that. So it just goes and 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 goes. So,
well,
I don't know how you can
that's pretty convincing.
You can just read through those texts. And it's constant. Let's see, I'm scrolling through my text conversations with Maddie, and here I'm reminded that on August 7th, 2023, I paid her $750 for medical bills. Wait, I thought I wasn't paying medical bills. And I have no idea what this medical bill was. Maybe it was the counseling, maybe it was the therapy. I have no idea. And remember that birthday I forgot? Turns out I didn't actually forget it. On March 8th of 2023, Maddie texted me and said she blew out a tire and broke a rim on her car, and that it would cost $700 to fix. I texted back, I'll send you $200 early for birthday. Then maybe Mom can send you a bit. Maddie texts back, OMG, exclamation point. That's nice, Dad. That really helps with the car. Then when her birthday actually arrived, I just lost track of what day it was. I'm a writer and I tend to zone out sometimes. I often don't know what month it is, much less what the actual day is. So then when I wished her a happy belated birthday a couple of days late, I guess I accidentally hit the question mark instead of the exclamation point. So it was happy birthday, question mark. It was just an error. Kind of a funny error though. Happy birthday, question mark. Now the male brain would think nothing of this, but the female brain will search for hidden meaning in the question mark. Nope, no meaning. Just a typo in a text message. Do you ever make typos in text messages? No. And she says to me, happy belated birthday, Dad. I had it in my calendar wrong. I hope you had the best day ever. Did you do anything fun? Thank you, Maddie. We just went out to dinner. Nothing much. Hope you're doing well. Love you. By the way, I don't think my dad ever remembered my birthday. Not once. My mom always did, but not Dad. I'm not sure remembering birthdays was a thing for dads back then. My dad would come home and maybe he'd see a birthday cake out or some birthday decorations and he'd say, oh, is it someone's birthday? Let's crack open some champagne. But he would never remember his kids' birthdays. Not once. I'm also going to stop remembering birthdays. How about you just tell me when your birthday is, when it actually arrives, and then I'll say, happy birthday. And when you think about it, it really makes no financial sense anymore for males to get married. It's financial suicide for males to get married today because of the way the legal system is set up.
What is happening?
The winners in divorce are the divorce lawyers. They are incentivized financially to keep the litigation going as long as possible, to make it as bitter as possible. So this system just promotes conflict, division, bankruptcy. I blame the education system. Yes,
no, he's doing it.
Dad by her mom for 19 years.
he's off book.
Most divorces. In a divorce situation, the mother is the one who really ends up raising the kids. It's then the dad's job to provide money. That's how it works. Meanwhile, the mom, the ex-wife, is with the kids almost the entire time, dumping all over the dad, the ex-husband. And that's the way it works in every divorce that I've seen. But now there's this other element. The kids are also being brainwashed into leftist woke insanity by the schools, starting in kindergarten, all the way through college and grad school. Girls in school are taught to hate men, to see themselves as victims of the so-called patriarchy. And they're taught that there are many genders. And why not consider changing your gender? Kindergartners are taught this today. The schools should be teaching writing, math, science, and marketable skills that will actually help the kids succeed in life. There's almost nothing of value being taught in the schools at any level nowadays. It's all political.
We came for breakdancing.
So here's my advice. Don't send your kids to college or even to school at all. The schools are pure poison. Homeschool your kids instead. Then instead of wasting $350,000 sending your kids to Harvard or some elite college, or any college for that matter, just have your kids learn a marketable skill for free or almost free online. There are also good courses at community colleges. A degree from Harvard carries very little weight today. Elon Musk, by the way, has said this many times. School and college are mostly a colossal waste of time and money. I just want things to go back to the way they were, for everything to go back to normal, where we're all having dinners, laughing, joking, and hanging out. Like we were a few weeks ago at Christmas. Maddie's older sister Tori's come to some of my breakdance battles, one in Chicago, one in New York City last year.
My breakdance battles.
I love Maddie to pieces.
I bet when he places on the podium, he goes into like a whole spiel about it, like, don't ever send your fucking kids to school. Okay, I'm done. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The woke mind virus is out there. Avoid it. Okay. And then check this out. Okay. Alright, I'm going home. Thanks again.
All I have to say. What I prefer to be talking about is Bitcoin, and why Bitcoin is really the only hope for freedom survival.
That's our only hope? We're doomed without Bitcoin? Fuck! Jesus Christ! Alright, I gotta buy some Bitcoin. God damn it. Damn it! I call this move the woke whirlpool. It just does a headspin doing this. This was such an incredible saga. Has she responded again? Is there more? Oh my god. There's still more. How? It's still going. Fuck. I'm too deep. Help.
What's a piece of trauma that you have that's funny?
Oh wait, wrong one. No, stop. No, this one.
Effect happening in the collective consciousness of
I hate how the embedded just doesn't work.
The internet right now. In his original video and like in his tweet, my dad had posted.
Oh my god, it just doesn't load here. How do I watch on the TikTok site?
Like, my daughter is a famous influencer. She has
Thanks to membership thinking.
Millions of followers. She's a big social media influencer. And now
Holy shit, this just doesn't
everybody
load.
thinks that that's true. Like, nobody fact checked that. Like, nobody, like, everyone's rolling with it. Like, every news source, every tweet. Like,
Okay, which one is it here? Is it this one?
Okay, I'm gonna say one more thing about the Breakdancing Dad saga. This is not a clapback video. This is not beef. It's something that I have loved that people are not talking about. Is that there's a sort of Mandela effect happening in the collective consciousness of the internet right now. In his original video and like in his tweet, my dad had posted being like, my daughter is a famous influencer. She has millions of followers. She's a big social media influencer. And now everybody thinks that that's true. Like, nobody fact checked that. Like, nobody, like, everyone's rolling with it. Like, every news source, every tweet. Like, I'm a small creator. I'm not even monetizing my account yet because I'm too small. I have 70,000. Like, love you guys, but like, I definitely don't have millions. And all over his
How much does Ben have?
My daughter, she's just
Ben's got 15. So in the eyes of Ben, that's pretty big. And 70k is definitely nothing to scoff at. But yeah, I suppose in like the current landscape, when you say like famous TikTok star, you're thinking millions.
He's a successful Hollywood screenwriter at Netflix. Don't know where he got any of that. Obviously, I've told him in the past that I am an assistant. Would love that though. Like, he's manifesting that for me. But now, like, everybody's just like talking like that's the truth. Like, Candace Owens just posted a whole like long podcast being like, I'll show you guys.
There's a young woman. Her name is Maddie. She's 24 years old.
This is so quiet, I can't really hear it.
Go on to, yep, you guessed it, TikTok to dump some trauma about her childhood. Now, to be clear, Maddie's got millions of followers on TikTok.
Did nobody fact check? Did she not? Did nobody do research into this? It's like
I mean, it's hard to click a profile.
Like manifesting great success for me. Unhinged and delusional Hollywood screenwriter spars with breakdancing dad. Hollywood screenwriter. Okay, it's not giving assistant anymore. This is some Republican article. Maddie Hart, a California-based comedian with a huge TikTok following. Woo! You guys need to understand this is a huge step up because when I went viral and ended up on Fox News, everybody was calling me a self-proclaimed comedian. So now it's like the tides are shifting. TikTok star. Okay, and this article hates me, but honey, they're calling me a star. Anyway you slice it, whether you like me, whether you hate me, whether you think I'm lying, whether you think my dad's lying. Maddie Hart, big, famous girl, famous, rich, famous Hollywood writers. Millions of fans. Okay, I'm gonna say one more thing about the breakdancing dad.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, she's not wrong. Yeah, that is objectively wrong with the millions of followers and all of that. That is true. Yeah, it's hard to know who's telling the truth and who's lying, but the dad did bring some receipts that there is a lot of text messages, and he's got, like, family videos and shit. And it seems like they hang out pretty often. But I don't know, I'm not part of the family. Though I feel like I'm pretty close at this point. I know everything about them now. I was distraught when the family broke up, like the divorce from 2005. Thanks the membership, Jose. If you scroll back up in the tweet in the article, the dad said something so racist that the dude literally bit him. Huh? What does that mean? What is... Huh? In what tweet? The one I just closed?
Okay, I'm gonna say one more thing. What's a piece of trauma?
In this? Oh, in the article. Oh. In a separate tweet, Ben detailed his living situation from 2007 to 2015 as a response to Maddie's claims. Is it this one? How many tweets do I have here? Maybe this one? Further up? Okay. It's gotta be that one then, because there's no... No, there's no other tweets there, so it's gotta be that one then, right? Okay. Hello, Ben. Your video brought me to tears because I'm going through separation. I'm afraid how my 8-year-old daughter will be affected. You're an amazing... No, you passed it. What the fuck? This one? Oh. This one. It's not a tweet, it's in the article. Okay, god damn it, he said tweet. He said tweet. I was looking for a tweet. What do you want from me? The guy said tweet. It is a tweet, it's just up a little bit more. What the fuck are you talking about? This is the... This? Oh, this. Oh, it was a quote tweet on top of this one. Okay, alright. Ben Hart in his fierce fight in behalf of the Dartmouth Review. College official bites Dartmouth student was the gist of the news stories describing the incident. He bit me right here, says Dartmouth graduate Benjamin Hart, 25, putting aside his Kung Pao chicken. He pats the right side of his chest, where the Associate Alumni Fund Director left his mark. You could definitely tell it was a human bite. It hurt. He laughs. It hurt a lot. He had me in a headlock with my neck under his armpit, recalls Samuel Smith, 55, speaking by phone from Dartmouth, Hanover. The pain of the headlock was increasing, so I bit him. When I got to the emergency room, I was black and blue from head to toe, and I lost my 3 lower incisors. The Review, whose Latin motto means "No one crosses my path with impunity," has been raising the collective blood pressure on campus with its broadsides at faculty administrators, homosexuals, feminists, nuclear freeze supporters, and affirmative action advocates. What am I reading here? Oh. Oh my. Well then. Thanks for 5 gift subs, Cylon. Is it really the same guy? I have no fucking clue. It's in the article, I'm guessing. This definitely isn't the same Ben Hart. He's 66 right now, and in exclamation, what do you mean, in blank, it was 24. He would have been in his 30s. This is not the same guy. What year was it? 1984? And how old is he? He said 66 right now? Oh, fuck. I am way too sleep deprived to be doing that kind of mathematics. Someone do it for me. Because I think that checks out. Okay, yeah. 66 minus 40, 26. Yeah, it sounds about right. So, I mean, that would be the same age. That would be correct. I'm sure we'll get a response from Ben at some point. Yeah, you remember that 1984 thing? Well, we don't need to talk about that. Let's talk about Bitcoin and check out this new maneuver I've been working on. So about that Bitcoin. These are the resub soul. The bone cracks. I know, my bones actually crack more than Ben's. But yeah, I have no clue. Couldn't tell you. This was an incredible saga to follow, though. That was interesting. I know so much about that family now. I feel like I should be able to go over for Thanksgiving. Thanks to the gift sub flower in tier 1 red. I want to learn how to breakdance. I plan on learning to breakdance again. Thanks membership. Jiggle. We have a lot of cool projects. We've got a lot of big shit cooking for 2024. One of them should be ready to post this week, like this weekend maybe. And yeah, we went over that earlier, Athena. Thanks to the gifted member, Ray. And the resub cheeks. Have you seen Shiguri? It's an anime masterpiece. The manga's better, but still amazing. No, I have not seen that one. And I've watched that, Antonio. Oh, there's no way. Wait. It's been a year since I bought the Gentleman vinyl, but haven't received it. Brother, there hasn't been vinyls available for close to 3 years now. We did that back in like 2021. Did you buy it off like Etsy or eBay or something, like a reseller?